What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news and transfer news related video. And in this video we will talk about a really respected journalist, David Maddock, saying that Liverpool will make a huge signing in 2020, either in the January transfer window or in the summer, or even both. So listen to this video carefully. And also, what do you think about Gary Lineker saying that Liverpool are running away with the title? And some pundits are even saying that the title race is pretty much over. I'm not really comfortable with that, having pundits us huge favorites, because Liverpool fans have seen so many false dawns, and even Jurgen Klopp was asked what does he think about Liverpool being top 3 times on Christmas Day or New Year's Eve, and the only club which failed to win the title after being top at the beginning of the new year is Liverpool FC. So let me know what do you think about that. But I want to share this interview with you guys. So David Maddock was asked, does Liverpool have the intention of signing new players in the January transfer window? Is there a specific position that Liverpool wants to strengthen? And the journalist said, yes, Jurgen Klopp has said that they are ready to go into the transfer market in January if the right player who can help comes up. He even said it's actually easier now to sign players in January rather than the summer, because the Premier League window closes earlier than for the rest of Europe. So expect a new signing in January for Liverpool, and I'm really excited about this. And the journalist also said that if Jadon Sancho is signed by Liverpool, he wouldn't come in to replace either Mane or Salah. So we wouldn't sell either Mane or Salah, or any of our front three, in fact, if Jadon Sancho comes in. If he came, it would be as someone who is still only 19 and still learning his game. So he would be fed into the team, but not a starter straight away. I would see him as being able to play either side of the front three and possibly in behind. He would get a lot of games, but would be a replacement down the line, maybe 2 or 3 years, rather than immediately. And David Maddock was also asked about Mbappe, and is he a realistic transfer for Liverpool? I doubt it could happen, the journalist said. His price tag would be around £200 million, maybe more, and there's just no way Liverpool would pay that. So for there to be any chance, the price would have to come down significantly, and with Real Madrid interested, I can't see that happening. And he has a point. Real Madrid probably would pay 200 million for Mbappe. Liverpool, I don't think so. I think maximum 120 million that Liverpool would pay for a player like Mbappe. But I think Real Madrid would pay way more for that. And why would Paris Saint-Germain sell to Liverpool if they can get almost double the price from Real Madrid? Salah has been linked with Juventus, Mane has been linked with Real Madrid. Is there any chance they could leave Liverpool this season? Well, definitely not this season, and I would expect them to keep all the players that are important to Liverpool in the summer as well. Though maybe one of the front three could be sold in the next couple of seasons, next 2 or 3 seasons, as they are reaching an age when it makes economic sense to cash in. And I kind of agree, as sad as it is to hear that. I think in 2 or 3 seasons Liverpool will look to freshen up the team's front line, and one of Salah, Mane or Firmino, maybe the player who Liverpool could get the most money for, that would probably be Salah. But Mane could be sold as well. Even though I don't want any of them to be sold, I want them to play at Liverpool until they are like 33, 34 and can't play at their current world-class level. But if we could sell Salah when he turns 30 or 31 for like a 100 million or 150 million pounds, and replace him with a Jadon Sancho, with a Timo Werner, or somebody of that ilk who is much younger and who could reach that potential, it would make economic sense for Liverpool, to be honest. And the journalist also said, I think Lallana will move on in the summer. he's at the end of his contract. Milner, I think Klopp would like to keep him. He's so valuable in the dressing room and he can play in so many positions. He's still a hugely valuable squad player. And I believe there will be a couple of big signings. Maybe one in January and another one in the summer. But I don't think like real superstar signings like Mbappe. Liverpool will stick to the model of finding players who are aged 19 to 24 years old and potential to get even better. They would still cost a lot of money though, because they want players from leagues where the stats like goals, assists mean something. So potentially Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, maybe even the French league. Those are the leagues that Liverpool are looking at. Is there any interest in signing Sander Berge, the big talent who is playing I think for Genk? Berge, no. They say Grujic is a much better prospect playing for Hertha Berlin and he's already a Liverpool player on loan. He could come back in the summer and fight for a place, but he would need to pick up his form in the Bundesliga, which hasn't been good enough lately. Aouar of Lyon is also a wonderful player and Liverpool will have him on the radar, absolutely no doubt. One of those young players who still have potential to grow could come to Liverpool, but everyone knows about Aouar, so there will be big competition for his signature. And the journalist was also asked about academy players. Who does he think has the capability to have a real contribution to the first team? Does the club have a plan to use these young talents in the first team rather than sending them on as loans? Not really, it's too big of a step up. I think if Jurgen Klopp wanted to use Ryan Brewster, he would have used him more, but now he accepts it will be hard without first sending him on loan and Brewster getting first team experience elsewhere. Harvey Elliott could be the one player who makes the step up. We may see him a little in the second half of the season, and that's probably proof of that is that Harvey Elliott, even though he's just turning 17 years old, is included in Liverpool's Club World Cup squad, Club World Championship squad, which indicates that Harvey Elliott is good enough to play for Liverpool's first team right now as a 16-17-year-old teenager. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me. And also, if Liverpool really wanted to go through in the League Cup, we would have probably left Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, other players at home at Liverpool so they can play that League Cup game. But the fact that Jurgen Klopp didn't really want to split his squad in two, and he basically completely prioritizes the Club World Championship, it shows that Liverpool really want to win the trophy and Liverpool will take that competition seriously. And I'm really happy about that. We can win the League Cup any other season, but the Club World Championship, we didn't have a chance to win it since winning the Champions League in 2005. And then we lost to Flamengo, the same team that we are potentially going to face in the final. Flamengo won the Copa Libertadores, so it's going to be very interesting. The journalist was also asked, will we see Liverpool visiting the Arab world and to make a pre-season tour in one of the Arab countries, and that has been boosted by the arrival of Salah. There are always invitations, he answered, but it would have to fit with Jurgen Klopp's program, and that means top-class training facilities, perfect training weather, and the right opponents. The USA tends to provide that, but I would expect Liverpool to travel east next summer and perhaps stuff off in the Arab countries. We will see. And he also said that Shaqiri will leave next summer if there are the right offers for him, which I really hope Shaqiri doesn't leave, because I love him as a player and I think he's a brilliant squad player. He played magnificently against Everton after not starting a Premier League game since January, and that shows that Shaqiri is still good enough to play for Liverpool. So I hope that we keep him as a squad player. I think he's great. And he also was asked, Nike and Liverpool, the new kit deal, is it done? When do you think is the official announcement? Were there any other competitors other than Nike and New Balance? And do you think Nike will support Liverpool financially to sign players who already have contract, a Nike contract with them. Yes, the deal is done. It will be announced soon when the timing allows maximum publicity. Nike would want a high profile signing to coincide with their new deal, but don't expect an Mbappe. That is still hugely unlikely. So I think maybe it will be another player sponsored by Nike. The journalist also said that Liverpool are interested in signing another defender because Lovren was talking to Roma and Milan in the summer. He would have been allowed to leave at the right price, Lovren, but it turns out Liverpool needed him all along, so a good job that he didn't go. It's an area they will look at in the summer for sure. And the last thing the journalist said is that Karius doesn't have any future at Liverpool. He will be sold if he comes back to Liverpool the next summer. And this is what Gary Lineker said after we smashed Everton 5-2. And by the way, Everton's manager Marco Silva has been sacked after the game, which is incredible. So Gary Lineker said this: Liverpool showing that they will be able to cope with injuries to any of the front three. Really difficult to envisage them not running away with the title this season. I mean, it's not really difficult for me because I have seen it too many times. Liverpool have been in this position last season as well. We were at one point 9-10 points clear of Manchester City, and Man City went on a mad 14-game winning streak, and Liverpool didn't have a bad run of form. We just had like 4 draws in 7 game weeks or something like that, and that was enough to stop Liverpool winning the title. That can happen this season as well. What gives me confidence is the Everton game for sure. So Gary Lineker is right in that Liverpool showed that they can rely on Origi, they can rely on Shaqiri and Lallana and other players to contribute when it really matters and when other first team players require a rest. So I'm really hoping that Liverpool can sustain this kind of form until the end of the season. We really need to kill off the momentum of Manchester City and Leicester and all the other teams by continuing winning. And also, if we beat Leicester at the end of December, that would be huge for the title race, because then Liverpool could really open up a true 11-point gap. At the moment it's 8 points to Leicester, 11 points to Man City, and I'm not sure Leicester can keep up this form, but at the moment it looks like they can. And if Leicester are free of injuries, they can go all the way and maybe even challenge Liverpool for the title. Who knows? They are actually now a better team than when they won the title like 4 or 5 years ago. So anything can happen in football. And Jurgen Klopp also said, when you are in a good position, there are a lot who celebrate early, and some people even hope that you fail. We are in a difficult situation with how many games we play in December, but we accepted it, we have to deal with it. These players have the desire to show that they are good enough and they can deliver in moments like this. It is not that complicated, you just need players who understand the situation. I know when you are a football supporter, you want to play the best 11 all the time, but this is not FIFA or the PlayStation, it's just how it is. For us, there was absolutely no chance to split the squad between the Club World Cup and the League Cup and to do it differently. In the moment when it was clear when it would be played, and all the other dates were absolutely not possible for us to play it later, we won the game against Arsenal, very exciting game, I loved it, and in that moment it was clear, now we have to find a solution, and the solution will not be perfect. What we try to make it as perfect as possible. We go with a specific squad to Qatar, and we try our best there, and the other ones will play here. If somebody thought I should have done it differently, I cannot change it. I know everybody thinks no chance, but football is a wonderful game. If you want, I'm responsible even for that game against Villa not being there. So they have no pressure, they should just fight for each other and each inch on the pitch and enjoy themselves. And then let's see what happens. So even though Jurgen Klopp probably gives up on the League Cup a little bit, he still wants, of course, the young players to do well, and if we go through, then we can play the youngsters even more in the semi-finals as well. So it's going to be a very interesting game, that Aston Villa-Liverpool game in the League Cup quarterfinals. And also Shaqiri came out and squashed some speculation surrounding him by saying, I am very happy here at Liverpool. I think everyone can see that with how I played against Everton. I have a long contract until 2023 and I am focused only on Liverpool. It's been a difficult time for me, but I'm excited about the future. Why would I want to leave Liverpool? This is a special team and there is a lot to achieve here. Well, one answer to that is playing time. Shaqiri hasn't been playing a lot. He has been injured as well recently. So I think I really love this interview, but I think that Shaqiri, if he doesn't get enough opportunities until the end of the season, maybe he will look for a move, but it's always down here from Liverpool. So I think Shaqiri still would want to stay at Liverpool, even as a squad player, for the next 1 or 2 years, win some trophies along the way, and then move on to another club. And Sadio Mane explained why he thinks that Jurgen Klopp is the best and finest manager in world football. I would struggle to describe just how successful Jurgen Klopp has been for Liverpool. Everybody can see what he has done for this club, for the city, and the quality he has as a manager. Mane said, there are a lot of good managers in Europe, but what can I say is that our manager always has the right words and the right things to manage his team, especially knowing how to deal with his team. I would always trust his influence on the team. He's a winner, and I would say he's the best in the world. Oh man, brilliant words from Sadio Mane. I'm so happy about this interview that he gave. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.